back. Sorry for the delay last week with the episode. We had a meeting with Roger Goodell actually to discuss the ongoings. Post Malone was there. It's kind of cool. Jack, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling better this week. We had a rough week.
I'm not feeling better this week. I actually want to pivot real quick and start a new segment I'm doing on the fly. Top 3 hated players right now for me. Number 1, Mark Andrews. Screw you, man. Number 2, DeAndre Swift. Also screw you, man. Finally benched you this week in fantasy and went off for 29.5 points. And 3rd, Patrick Mahomes. I just hate you. But anyway, that's my new segment. Those are my top 3 hated players in the NFL right now. Jack, you got anything to say? Anything you want to start off with?
Yeah, I feel like we should probably know by now that the second that you bench a player that hasn't been doing well for you, they automatically score at least 15 points.
DeAndre Swift did it. Stuck by you, man, for 3 weeks. And he did nothing. Put in my bench, 29.5. And I know that's going to happen this week. I'm going to bench Mark Andrews. He's going to go off.
I did the same thing 2 weeks ago with Dalton Kincaid.
It's unbelievable. I hate fantasy football. I absolutely hate it. I don't even know why I play anymore.
Because it's fun.
But is it, though?
When you're winning, it's fun.
Well, yeah. When you're winning anything, it's fun.
When you're winning anything, it's fun.
God, what a...
Plus, now you know.
Aggravating.
You have to get punched in the face to realize that you don't want to hang out with someone anymore.
You're right. It's just I know it's coming. Like, mark my words. If Mark Andrews has more than 10 fantasy points this week on my bench, I will do next show shirtless.
I'm ready.
I swear to God.
Who have you been starting over Mark?
Nobody.
Oh, God.
He's been starting 2 weeks in a row. 0 points.
You need to pick up someone, brother.
Waivers are dry, brother.
I know they're dry, but Mark Andrews, he got dry hands.
Better off just not starting at tight end, getting me the same productivity.
Pick
0
up
points.
Get like a Jonnu Smith.
He's outscoring Mark Andrews.
That's what I'm saying. Get a little Jonnu action.
Oh God! All right, yeah, I know. I gotta figure something out. Gotta sit down my coordinators in front office and really iron out what our plan is at the tight end position.
Well, I'm glad you got your heat up before the episode kicked in. Get your aggravations out.
I really had to get that. Also, we announced last week it was Andy Dalton Day.
Yes.
And
unfortunately
couldn't lead us to victory this week. We went with our hearts and
not our minds.
Guts,
yeah.
Picking Carolina to win, and we'll get more into our wrong picks that we had this week, but won't dwell on it right now.
I know you said you don't want to dwell on the wrongs of last week.
Sorry, everyone. I'm just reading Jack's shoe.
Yeah, I have the entire episode just sharpied on the bottom of my shoe. I know you said you don't want to dwell on the bad of last week, but I feel like in general last week was just horrible. If you go back and watch the episode from last week, episode wasn't even a traditional episode. Things had to get pushed back. The Eagles lost. The Packers lost. It was just a bad week. A lot of our picks were wrong. We're 7 out of 15 on all of our picks.
It was a bad showing.
And
1-3 in Survivor now. Both vetoes lost. It was a bad one from us, guys. It was a bad one.
It wasn't good, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Because even though we were wrong on a lot of things, we were right on some stuff. You kind of had the crystal ball. Inside scoop. This man was looking through his crystal ball to find out what we hear today. Davante Adams is ready to get out of the Raiders locker room, dude.
It's because Davante texted me last week. I'm good friends with him. But yeah, man, it just sounded like, I don't know. The silver lining was there. Antonio Pierce's comments, like we said last week, Davante Adams throwing his helmet, just being pissed off on the sideline all the time. It was only a matter of time. I knew it was going to happen.
He's not a happy camper.
Still have one prediction that I made last week that hasn't come true yet, but week's not over.
Doug Peterson.
Dougie P.
You think Doug's going to get canned?
It's already, it's Tuesday today. You guys probably won't see this till probably Wednesday or Thursday. But who knows? Maybe by the time this episode does come out, we get some news. But I don't know. Could still happen. But, I'm not hearing a lot of whisperings of that. I think he gets fired before the season's over. Maybe not this week. Maybe it doesn't happen this week. But I think at some point this year he'll be out.
I don't think it's impossible that he gets fired. I just know that it doesn't happen frequently enough where NFL coaches get fired I mean, look at what happened with the Steelers when they fired their OC halfway through the season, whose name is escaping me, but they were literally... Matt Canada. They were literally chanting his name, fire Matt Canada, at home games, and I think away games, which is a lot.
Out of the offense. Yeah, they really have, and to be able to come out in this situation and force a 3-and-out, that's big time. You know, they use the timeout, you've got 1 left, but 3 minutes left.
But it just doesn't happen super often. Like, that was crazy for an OC to get fired. Like, could it definitely happen? Yeah. But I think you also kind of have to realize that, well, Doug is 10 losses in a row deep now, 9 or 10 off the top of my head, 9 or 10 losses deep now. It's not like he's going out there slinging the rock. And I'm not pointing fingers at Trevor Lawrence because, you know, football is a team sport, but come on. It's Dougie P. What is firing him gonna do to save the Jaguars is my question, I guess.
I mean, you can't do any worse than 10 straight losses. I mean...
But then you get a new coach and just start changing everything up. I mean, you have your OC
Sure.
and DC, but...
Look, a lot of these teams, in the situation they are now, you know, would they be there without, like... I mean, look at Detroit before Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell,
Sometimes all you need is that head coach. Sometimes that's all you need. Look at the Rams once they got McVay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, all it takes is a head coach. The Buffalo Bills before Sean McDermott. Green Bay before LaFleur. You know, well, Green Bay was still good, but they're on the decline, got LaFleur, and
They
got rejuvenated. Everyone's like, oh, fire McCarthy. Fire McCarthy's took you to playoffs so many times. He has all these wins. He's so good. Fire LaFleur, and they go to the NFC Championship 2 games in a row. 13 wins, 3 straight seasons. I mean, is he the worst head coach in the league? Surely not, but after 10 straight losses and, you know, no real playoff success. And, I mean, your team's underperforming too. I mean, you have this franchise guy, like I said, we all know how I feel about Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm not a believer right now. It's hard to be.
I'm just saying.
I think that's, you know, and I'm an Eagles fan. I have the Doug Peterson history, but, you know, is he a goated coach? No, but, like, he doesn't have much. I haven't watched endless amounts of Jags tape, but for the weapons that they have, I mean, they got Brian Thomas Jr., Christian Kirk's always been pretty reliable. Evan Ingram is one of the better tight ends in the league.
He's been out, but, I mean, you have Etienne.
Etienne.
The once-in-a-generation quarterback, Trevor Lawrence.
It just doesn't make...
Don't go there.
It just wouldn't make too much sense to me to hear that Doug Peterson got fired. I could see it happening, but I don't think it's likely. Who knows? That's your prediction, you know?
We're just 2 dudes sitting in the bedroom talking sports. What do you know, man?
What do you know?
I'm just saying, man, if I'm, and I don't have a list made up, but if I'm trying to think of, like, you know, hypothetically top 5 coaches on the hot seat, Doug Peterson might be my number 1.
Yeah. He's in the top 5, easily.
I think Nick Sirianni might
Nick Sirianni. Yeah, I see him right there, yeah. That's another can of worms we can get into. But...
Nah, I kid. I'm just throwing some salt in the wound.
To double back really quick, a question that I wanted to ask you about the Davante Adams, which is now confirmed. He has announced that he wants his trade. What team do you see him going to? I know we talked last episode about him going to the Jets and reuniting with A-Rod, but is that where you ultimately think that he's going to land, or where he's going to even want to go?
So, Jets are obviously going to be your front runners when you hear trade for Davante Adams. I did see today that Cordell Patterson was trying to recruit him to the Steelers, which could be an interesting fit.
That would be weird as hell, seeing him in black and yellow.
Black and silver now. It's kind of not too different.
I don't know how I feel about that. I like it better if Russ is the quarterback. Does that sound weird?
No, because Russ would play more to Davante's play style.
And Russ is a good deep. I mean, maybe not anymore, but like he used to have like a top deep ball. You look up some Russell Wilson deep ball highlights, like that man was launching it like 70 yards.
Oh yeah. Some other teams. I mean, this one I don't know how true this one would be, but I know me and our friend Mike in the group chat before we talked about the Chiefs. Rice just went down.
Yeah. Taken up by his own quarterback.
Brown might not play the regular season. So you're really down to Xavier Worthy. Kelsey was looked like a shell of himself so far this season. And, I mean, who do you have at receiver other than that? Sky Moore, Justin Watson.
Although,
if you're going to try and three-peat, do you feel comfortable going out with Xavier Worthy, Sky Moore, and Justin Watson at receiver? You probably want to bring in someone. Maybe it's not Davante Adams. I mean, this will kind of open a whole new conversation, but as the Chiefs, you probably want to look for some receiver help.
I almost disagree, though. My hypothesis is that this whole Travis Kelce's washed and he's overrated, he's not getting touches. As soon, you could see, if you go back and watch the tape, as soon as Rayshie's knee breaks, or his ACL cracks, whatever that ligament is.
It's probably like the Munstars. It just fell out of him and went back into Travis.
You could see on the camera, way in the back, if you like zoom in and enhance like CIA style and CIS, Travis Kelce kind of cracks a smile because he knows that his production is going to go through the roof. Patrick Mahomes' favorite target. Patrick Mahomes' historical favorite target is now the number one option. Obviously, I still love Xavier Worthy. I mean, he's been dog. Another rookie of the year contender, not counting quarterbacks, you could argue. But look what happened when the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl last year when they had Rayshie and no wide receiver number 2, really. Now, if Rayshie
Kadarius Toney, dude.
Kadarius.
What's wrong with Kadarius Toney?
Oh, I know about
and
Kadarius.
MVS. Was MVS on the team last year? I think so.
Yeah, he was.
God, I hate him.
I hate him too. But their number one guy, obviously they lose Rayshie. They don't have him anymore. But if Xavier Worthy could be the number 1 and Travis is the number 2, that's very similar to what happened last year. I mean, I know they don't have Pacheco.
I mean, they'll probably roll out Noah Gray a little more. So
yeah.
2 tight end sets. But yeah, I think Pacheco out too.
But he's going to come back.
Yeah, maybe not for like 8 weeks though.
Playoff Pacheco.
I know, but
who knows, man?
We're probably not seeing him until week 4. We might not see him until week 12, 13.
I don't know. I just feel like you can't rule out the Chiefs, especially if Kelsey's not
can't rule out the Chiefs. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, they're gonna get help from the guys in stripes anyway.
It would make sense though if Davante wanted to go there and chase a ring. I could see
it would. I mean, like I said, I don't know how to fruition do the Raiders trade in division. You know, normally you don't see that too often.
What do you think the over-under is on him returning to Green Bay?
So, if I'm Green Bay, I don't know if I do it.
You got rid of him for a reason, you'd have to think.
You trade him for a reason. I mean, if you can get him back for what you trade him for, because I think the Raiders are only asking for a second-round pick.
You're already
do you
working.
stunt the growth of Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks, who 13 targets, 9 catches, 2 touchdowns.
He had a good week.
I know Christian Washington's got hurt, but like, do you really stunt the growth of all these guys to bring in a guy who didn't want to play for you previously?
Mm.
And you know, it's not like he's coming back to the situation he was in. Like, it'll be a whole new quarterback. Guys, you know, maybe play a few snaps with and practice. I mean, I don't see that really coming to fruition. What do you think about the Rams? Could be another one.
Wow.
I'm just throwing out names here, but the Rams, Kupp and Nakua, whatever the hell his name is
Nasua?
Looks like Kupp might come back after the bye week next week, but you know, still no real timetable on Nakua.
No, if I could put money on it, now that you just said that, he's got to be a Ram, dude. It makes so much sense.
I know, but dude, what do the Rams give up? I don't know. Do the Rams traded all their draft picks away all those years ago? Do they even have a second-round pick to give up? I mean, I'm sure they do, but...
I think they do, and I think this past year was the first year that they actually had a first, funny enough.
I know. I mean...
In a while.
Because, I mean, you look at that division, and obviously it's still early, so it really could go any way. I mean, Rams could win that. Niners haven't been playing up to Niner level of the past couple seasons. I mean, Seahawks look good, but Detroit was probably the first real test of a team that they played. Played them really well, but, you know, lost. Yeah, I mean, just spitballing teams. I mean, that could be. I mean, that's definitely a team that needs receiver help. I mean, I don't know. Do the
Ravens?
Do the Chargers make a move? Do the Ravens make a move? Do the...
My money's on the Rams.
Thinking of teams that could potentially make a move. Can't think of any other ones right now.
If I had to pick, my money's on the Rams. What do you think? You had to put your money on it.
Money, I mean, I'll play it safe. It's probably Jets.
You think it's Jets?
I'm thinking it's Jets.
Go back to A-Rod.
I'm thinking
Reliable target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, trade away second round pick, give him Lazard.
Plus, A-Rod always gets what he wants. He gets
That's the
whatever
thing,
he
too.
wants, dude. He dragged over Randall
But the
Cobb
thing
and
is,
Alan Lazard. He could drag over
Garrett Wilson
Davante
was just talking
Adams.
about the Jets' offense, being like, oh, not being the best, bringing a guy like Adams.
Garrett said that?
Opposite of Garrett Wilson.
Garrett said that?
Mm-hmm. I forget exactly what he said, but he said something today about
Something
like,
along the
offense
lines of
not
like,
being,
hey, I got
not
an
clicking basically.
I got an empty bunk bed type thing.
Should have been
Look
a
at all
bunk
the
bed
sports
all up.
space.
So
We
much.
do aerobics in here. So many activities.
Step Brothers type.
Well, no, not
Step
necessarily like that. It's just like the offense just isn't playing well. I was saying, you got Rodgers, Stone, to Garrett Wilson, Davante Adams. I mean, you're a game behind the Bills in that division. I mean, if you're really going to make a run, I mean, it's not a bad move.
No, it's a great move. Those are definitely the top teams. The Jets, Rams, Chiefs.
I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
We're going to have to wait and see. And teams that we're talking about are arguably some of the better teams in the entirety of the NFL. Last week, we touched on the Vikings a little bit, speaking about the top teams. And I know I'm not trying to put salt in the wound here, brother.
I
But
did before. I get it. Just
lick
fighting
those
back.
wounds like a dog.
It's all right. Just fighting back.
I mean, it was a long week for all of us. But the Vikings are real. They're just real, dude.
So obviously they're real. They're a good team. However, let's not take away from the fact that if Braden Averson hits those 2 field goals, or just one of them, Green Bay wins that game. They lost by 2, and the kicker missed 2 field goals. Just saying. Kicker makes those 2 field goals, Green Bay takes that game.
That was Sam Darnold using his black magic on the
It had to
sideline.
be something. But I mean, are they really? Yeah, sure. Obviously, they have one of the best offenses in the NFL right now. But I'm not going to take away the fact, and granted, it was in Lambeau. I'm not going to take away from the fact that you win at the halftime with a 28-0 lead, and should have lost the game.
Yeah. I mean, it was a close game. It's
It
not
was
like,
closer than it should have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the game on halftime. It was 28-0. I took a nap, missed the whole third quarter. I woke up in the fourth quarter. We were down 5, and I was like, "What the fuck happened?" Because I really was not expecting that at all. Jordan Love was really shaky in the first half, very inaccurate on some throws. But I mean, you're going to get that.
Yeah.
First game back from injury, looks like he wasn't really carrying a lot of weight to the front leg, throwing off the back foot a lot, which I think led to a couple of those interceptions.
Accurate on that Jaden Reed touchdown, though, right in the end zone.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
accurate on that. Dontavian Woods.
Shout out Dontavian, the show's godfather.
The show's godfather.
Mhm.
Dontavian, if you ever happen to see it, just know I love you.
We owe it all to Dontavian.
He's
We really do.
He's the reason that we even thought of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Started talking football, talking Dontavian. 13 targets, man. Led all of Green Bay. What did I say before the year? He might finish statistically as the best Green Bay receiver. Hold me to it.
But I do want to ask you, talking about this Vikings game, have the Vikings become a Packers fan's most hated team?
Oh, God. It's the Bears. It will always be the Bears.
Still the Bears?
Yeah, it will always be the Bears.
Even for this year?
I mean, yeah. Only because I hate the Bears and I hate Caleb Williams.
Okay.
So it's like a 2-for-1 deal, and
A double-edged sword.
some may say.
Mm.
But no, it will always be the Bears unless, something very dramatic happens. I will always hate the Bears more than I hate the Vikings.
All right, so we do agree that the Vikings are pretty real.
Yeah, I have to admit it at this point.
Coming, the pretty real team in the NFC. If you had to go through and rank, if we had to go through and rank top 5 teams in the NFC
In order?
in order, 1 being they're the bomb.com, and 5 being
Bomb.com.
they're still a bomb but not as bomb. Like maybe the first one is like a nuke and 5 is like a grenade.
All right, well, I have my 1, and you're probably not going to agree.
Okay.
My favorite team in the NFC right now is the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
You agree?
Yes,
All
I
right,
do
maybe you don't
agree.
All right, so
Okay.
Detroit's my number 1 in the NFC right now.
But 2 has to be the Vikings.
2, you got to put Vikings right now. Yeah. 3.
And you could argue that the Vikings are number 1. Let's not pretend
You
like.
could.
Let's not pretend like.
But if we're looking, it's the NFC Championship game, and you're like, okay, you have to pick a team to win.
Pick the
I
Lions.
feel better with the Lions winning a head-to-head right now than I do the Vikings.
I do too.
2, I mean, yeah, you have to go Vikings. 4-0. Three.
Do you give it to the 49ers just based on their history?
So I can't give it to them right now.
Or you're leaning your pack? Go pack
No,
up.
I'm not gonna go there. I mean,
Seahawks?
could you lean Seahawks 3-1? But like their strength of schedule to this point hasn't been that fantastic.
I think it might
Is
be
it the
Tampa
Bucks?
Bay.
You can put the Bucks at 3.
I put Tampa at 3 as a sore Eagles fan. I think I could put them at 3.
Bucks at 3.
Do we agree on 3 there for them?
I like them at 3. 4.
Now it's got to be Niners, right? How did they fall this far?
Yeah, I mean, but then again, I might just be going on recency bias with the Niners. I mean, because they've been so good for the past couple of years. I mean, I guess you have to put them at 4.
Maybe you put Seahawks at 4.
But again, that's another one where if I was like head to head, I think I would pick
the Niners.
I don't know, Seahawks.
I'm gonna go Niners at. I'm gonna go Niners at 4.
All right, we go Niners.
And
4.
I'll do Seahawks at 5. We agree on solid 1 to 5?
See?
Or you want pack?
No. You know who I want at 5? Give me the Commanders.
Oh God, I forgot about
Give
the
me the
Commanders.
3-1. Lead that division. Jaden Daniels looks like a fucking stud.
I'll agree. Commanders at 5. So we
defense could get better, but I'll put them at 5.
So we have the 49ers above the Commanders, which might be a hot take though. Can we agree on?
Let's switch that. Let's go.
Commanders
4.
4.
Let's go. Lions, Vikings, Bucks, Commanders, Niners.
This year
Right
has
now.
been so fucked.
Power rankings wise, I think that's where I go. And I'll go one crazier. I think we put Washington at 3, move Bucks to 4.
No, let's not get crazy. Bucks have a better defense. Let's not get crazy.
Whatever. I like getting crazy. All right, AFC. We probably.
I'll let you get crazy for the AFC if there's a crazy one you want. How about that?
All right, so AFC. I'm not going Chiefs because, like I said, they're 3 plays away from being 1-3 at this point. I'm still going Bills, even though the Ravens beat them. I'm still
Really?
going Bills at 1.
God,
I'll go Ravens 2. I'm gonna go Chiefs 3. I know it's a hot take; they're undefeated, but like I said, they haven't looked good, and they're 3 plays away from being 1-3. 4. Pittsburgh.
I don't know, man. I already don't agree with this list. We're butting heads on this one. I'm gonna let you have your own.
No, here. So we're gonna go Bills. We're gonna go Bills. We're gonna go.
I feel like I would have to put Chiefs at number 1.
No,
I
fuck the
hate
Chiefs.
I hate them, but like
Yeah, they're 4-0, but if you actually saw them play and everything, like they're. If I were to pick a better 4-0 team right now, the Vikings are a better 4-0 team.
okay, but that's NFC. Also,
Okay.
let me ask you this: Chiefs play the Vikings.
Okay,
we know it's gonna be
wait
close.
until. Yeah, and if that happens, wait until Justin Jefferson gets suspended or something, because that's what happens. Fucking Chiefs. God. I don't. I can't. I know
I
they're
hate the
4-0,
Chiefs.
but
I know I hate them.
and I know everyone has has them with number 1 power ranking. They're so good, but they're not.
I know I hate
They're
them.
not.
Okay.
They're 3. I'm going Bills. I'm going Ravens. I'm going Chiefs, Texans, Steelers.
So this is a Chiefs hater list. Because this is basically.
I'm trying to be non-biased.
Okay.
I'm trying to be non-biased. Yeah, they're 4-0, but they're not a good-looking 4-0 to me.
If I was to be non-biased for AFC, my list would probably. I hate to say, I would probably put the Chiefs at 1, Ravens at 2, Bills at 3. I'd go Houston 4.
Say Pittsburgh, you know.
And I was gonna say, but I'm not. I'm gonna say the Bengals at 5. I think they're gonna get hot.
You just put a 1-3 team in there,
Pittsburgh played
Brother.
easy teams.
brother. 1-3 though. How are you gonna put a 1-3 team in your top 5 power rankings for the AFC?
Are we doing power rankings? Or we're doing like projected power rankings.
Oh, I was going power rankings off the season so far.
Okay, if we're doing that, then I would do Chiefs 1, Ravens 2, Bills 3, Houston 4, Steelers 5.
Okay, so we're close.
We're close.
Just swap Chiefs and Bills. So we're close.
We're close.
Okay, so we're not too far off.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna jump into some pick'ems for the week. Ready?
Try and do better.
We're gonna not try and do better. We are gonna do better. And I have developed a new strategy.
Sure.
Okay, because I already was sort of incorporating the strategy since about like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I had a strategy that I was going to start using. I'll tell you about it once we get to it. Like once we get to that team. Or I guess our survivors is what my strategy was for. But I'll get there.
Okay. Because just one example of how this strategy could be used. I remember last week, which this ended up getting cut, but we were back and forth about the Colts and Steelers. And I said the Colts are not going to lose another game.
You're right.
The Colts won. And that's not me saying you were wrong, I was right. And it wasn't even a veto thing.
Yeah, whatever, Jack.
Come on, Cody. What the fuck are you thinking, man?
Dude, I wasn't.
But basically,
I was still hungover from the Andy Dalton party.
Oh god. Yeah, that was a good party.
Ginger beers everywhere.
Ginger beers, ginger beards, among other things.
I don't know what party you were at.
The carpet's matched the drapes.
I think that's what they call a Diddy party, Jack.
You know, come on.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party, because the Diddy party don't stop.
No Diddy, brother. Anyway,
your strategy for pick'ems.
The strategy for pick'ems is to not only look at it as the teams on paper, right? The Steelers playing the Colts, for example, but to look at it in terms of record, which again, like this isn't a new novel invention. People do this strategy for pick'ems all the time, but it's just something that I've been doing recently where it's like, does it really make sense for the Bengals to go 4-0 against the Panthers? No, we picked wrong. You know what I mean?
Would have been so awesome.
I know, it would have been so awesome. But that's how I'm going to try and go into it, mix with the strength of the team as well. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. It's fair.
Let's start running through some of these guys. We got Tampa Bay playing at Atlanta.
So I cooked up a little Thursday night parlay. And I actually picked the underdog, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. For no reason other than I liked the odds.
Okay.
I know it's in Atlanta.
What's Tampa Bay's record?
3-1. And Atlanta's 2-2.
Atlanta gets another win.
I'm not going to veto you on it. That's fine.
Okay, we're good
That's
on
fine
Atlanta?
with me. That's fine.
Okay.
You know, I hope they do. I hope they win.
I hope they do too.
I
As
have them winning the division.
a salty Eagles
A
fan.
division winning parlay. So that's fine with me.
Yeah, we got to root for him.
Give me Atlanta. I'm not going to. I don't hate it enough to veto it.
Cool. Kirko Chains, baby. New York Jets at Minnesota. What's all there?
Do the Minnesota Vikings go 5-0?
They do though, don't
Or
they?
do
They
the
do.
Jets
though.
go 3-2?
What if they sign Davante? What if we come back to this one? Let's come back.
Sure.
We need to come back.
Bookmark
That's
it.
scary. That's a weird one. Baltimore Ravens at Bengals, divisional game. Bengals at home. Ravens coming off a fat Dubsky, playing their heart out. Bengals they got their first win though, and they're starting to warm up.
Nah, give me Ravens. Bengals defense still looks like shit.
Okay, I won't disagree with you.
Ravens probably drop another 30 burger.
Yeah, you like the spread too? -2.5?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. I won't
Probably.
disagree with you. I like
Probably.
Baltimore. All right, Carolina Panthers at Chicago Bears. Your favorite NFL team after the Packers.
I'm right. I'm good. Give me Carolina because I can't pick the Bears 2 weeks in a row.
What's the Bears' record?
2-2.
What's Panthers' record?
1-3. 1-3. I can't pick the Bears 2 weeks in a row.
So
I'm
Panthers.
going Carolina.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
I like it. Panthers get another Dubsky.
I might just pick them the rest of the year, to be honest with you.
I don't know if we can do that. Do the Panthers ever play the Chiefs? God, if they
I don't
do,
know.
that's the game we have to bet on them.
I will buy tickets to go watch that game. I will fly myself out there.
You'll be the only one in the stadium. Dude, can you imagine? Did you hear about that? Like last year, Panthers tickets were like $15.
Oh, I believe it.
Like, because no one was going.
I believe it.
For some reason, no one wanted to go watch Bryce Young get sacked 14 times.
I mean, I wouldn't want to.
Sounds kind of fun. I mean, not if you're a Panthers fan, which we seem to be now, so we probably wouldn't have fun.
We should go to a Panthers game this year.
I would love
Just
to.
find like a nice matchup and just go.
Dude, we went to North Carolina. We should just go North
Wait, they'll
Carolina.
play Green Bay this year.
Do they really?
Yeah. I don't know if it's in Lambeau, Carolina, though.
Dude,
Shit, I'll have to look.
text Andy. Just get tickets.
You're right. I have to call him, actually. He called me earlier. I forgot to call him back.
Okay.
Shit.
All right. Miami Dolphins at Patriots. Dolphins coming off of... I was so wrong about the Dolphins. I was so wrong about the Dolphins last week. So
Is it bad that I want to go New England here?
No, I actually want you to pick this week because I can't bet on the... I can't say...
I mean, after that showing from the Dolphins last week, hard... I mean, even the showing from New England. I mean, it's hard to pick either of these teams, but I guess give me the home team.
Who did New England play?
The Niners.
And it was really bad. I remember hearing about that.
I mean, just give me the home team, I guess. Give me New England.
What's both of their records?
1-3 each, I think. No. Yeah, 1-3.
Do you happen
no,
to have
New England.
Do you happen to have your... Oh, your
New
phone's being
England.
used to record this.
My phone's right there. I don't think New England won anything yet. I think they're 0-4, but I think Miami's 1-3.
No, New England won the first game against the Bengals.
Huh? That's right. So yeah, they're both 1-3 then.
Let's go the Patriots, dude.
Just give me the home team.
Just give us the home team. Spread's 1.5 anyway. Who cares?
That's gonna be a garbage game.
Ready for this non-garbage game though? This one is not played at the landfill. Just so you know.
All right.
Not garbage.
Not garbage.
This is Bills at Houston.
Zinger.
Zinger.
Oh,
Bills bounce back. You have them ranked as your number one team in the NFC.
I do.
And you
I
have
do.
Houston ranked
I don't see
at
them
number
winning.
4.
4. God, I fucking love Houston, but I also like Buffalo a lot this year.
What's their records? Tell me, gotta look at the
Bills
records.
3-1. Houston 3-1.
Bills bounce back, dude. Did Houston lose? No, Houston won last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gotta be Bills, right? Bounce back. You're thinking about this, dude. Or do you just think? Or do you think Houston gets hot? You think Houston gets hot, or do you think Bills bounce back? The records are hard now because they're tied, and they're both one's coming off a loss though, so that's kind of the way I look at it.
Houston.
I just feel like I like. Didn't Houston just?
Houston was
Didn't
my
Houston
dark
just-
horse team this offseason, and they've been playing well, and I like them a lot. And yeah, seeing the Bills lose 2 in a row might be crazy. But also, we might be looking back at the end of the year and thinking, maybe it wasn't so crazy. I'm just trying to think, man. Maybe like that was
Maybe it
maybe
wasn't
that was
so
like the
crazy.
Buffalo like come back to earth game.
Hmm.
And like this might be the Buffalo team we see going forward.
Maybe the real
Maybe
prize
maybe
at the
they
end of
were,
the rainbow
maybe
was
they were
the friends we made along the way.
maybe that's what people say exposed.
Oh, you
Were
think
the Bills exposed? And is this the Bills with the rest of the year? I'm going Houston.
you can go to
And
jail?
I
You can go to jail for that.
I'm being speculative.
Exposing.
I ain't whoa. Hey, you know.
Just
Not that kind of video.
hey now. No Diddy. Before we lock in Houston, because I could be talked into it.
Get the baby oil.
Grab the baby oil. Let's get going. No. What the hell are you talking about? Texans just played against the Jags.
Uh-huh. Bills and Texans both beat the Jags.
Let me ask you this though. How close was that Texans-Jags game?
It doesn't matter. I don't like that argument when it's like, oh, you know, this team played him so well, but this team played him so well. Yeah, I mean, great and all, but it doesn't matter. Football is a week-to-week game. Houston's at home. I like Houston. And I think the Bills got exposed. And I hope I'm wrong.
Okay, I could be talked into this. You want to lock in Houston?
Houston, we don't have a problem locking in.
Let's lock it in. It would be kind of a Bills thing.
I know I'm kind of going against myself because I picked the Bills as my
Yeah,
one
you're
seed.
going right against yourself.
But I'm arguing with myself.
But you know what the Bills love to do? Choke. Like a child with a candy stuck in the back of their throat.
I'm glad that's the metaphor you made because
No Diddy. We're not talking about Diddy anymore.
we've had enough Diddy references for one show.
Oh my God. That's a different... Anyway. Okay. Colts coming off of a win against the division rival Jags.
Oh, give me Colts.
Every day.
Especially if Joe Fackel plays.
Let me guess what? Who's the underdog?
Probably. Is it the Colts?
Yeah, by 2.5 points.
Nah. You know, I like Lamar. But Flacco.
Flacco, dude.
Give me Joey.
I like it, dude. Dude, I always forget. Flacco went to a freaking Super Bowl, dude. Didn't he win a Super
He
Bowl?
won a Super Bowl.
Flacco won a Super Bowl, dude.
MVP. Did he win MVP? He was Super Bowl MVP too.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Colts love their old quarterbacks.
I'm only 12. I don't know.
Oh, then why do we keep talking about this? Cleveland Browns
It's a
at
hot topic.
Cleveland Browns at Commanders.
Commanders. They're hot. We're talking about hot teams.
What's the Browns' record?
2-2. 2-2. 3-1 Washington. Back-to-back good wins. Jaden Daniels is front runner for Rookie of the Year right now.
They have no defense.
Granted, their defense sucks, but Browns don't have an offense.
You're right. I can't. I'm just now that we're starting to get down the board. My upset wheels start turning. I just start questioning.
I want Washington. I like Washington.
I think you're right. Arizona at 49ers.
We've picked the Cardinals 2 weeks in a row, and they've lost 2 weeks in a row. And
Bounce back.
No, not against the Niners. I'm going Niners.
You're not ready for the Maserati Mar bounce back.
Mm-mm. I'm not letting them burn me 3 weeks in a row.
You can't be afraid of what happened in the past, Cody.
I'm afraid. I can't let go. I hold on to it too much.
Bury it down deep. Dude. Oh, man. Who did the Niners play this last week? Oh, they beat the crap out of the Patriots. Okay, Niners.
Yeah.
Fine. Raiders, Broncos.
Broncos.
That's right.
Both teams looked very bad. Broncos won though. Bo Nix threw for 60 yards. And they won. Beat the Jets.
What's the Raiders'
what
record?
Shit show that game was. 1-3? I don't know. 2-2? 2-2. They beat the Ravens and they... No. I don't know. 1-3?
And Broncos' record.
2-2. Broncos, they're the better team. I don't care. Especially with all this Davante drama and all that going on. That locker room is just a mess.
You think it's Broncos?
I think it's Broncos.
Let me ask you this about
Come on,
let
you're
me,
a believer.
Let me ask you this about headlines. Raiders win without Davante.
No.
You don't even, not even hearing it?
Nah.
Okay. I'll go with it. They're favored to win, so we'll go Broncos at home. They're in Mile High.
Yeah.
It gets a division rival, though. But I like it.
They only let up 9 points. Didn't let Aaron Rodgers score a touchdown last week, so.
I like it. We'll ride. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers,
Let's ride.
we're going to talk about his ex-lover, the Green Bay Packers, at LA Rams.
So I'm gonna go Green Bay here. Not just Packer fan, but we should have Jair Alexander back. I mean, they're gonna be without Kupp and Nakua once again. I think the defense could generate some turnovers, hold the Rams in check, and I think Love another game back. You gotta think game back on one leg last week, threw for almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
I like Love on his next game back.
I
agree with the Packers pick here.
I like Green Bay. I feel good about them going into this week.
Although, if for whatever reason Davante gets signed to the Rams and it's a Davante game, it's Rams all day.
But the thing is, you see a lot of times when players get traded midweek, they don't play that following game. You see that a lot of times.
Unless it's against their old team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe. But I mean, do the Rams really trade for him though? They're 1-3 and they're gonna get 2 star receivers back. I don't think they even make that move.
Okay. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. My sources say otherwise. New York Giants at Seattle, and this isn't even going to be close.
Yeah, we'll go Seattle. Malik Neighbors might not even play this game, and if that's the case, then
it's
going to be another game of field goals by the Giants.
It's all over for New York.
Yeah.
It's been over.
Yeah, we'll go Seattle.
Dallas at Pittsburgh. This game is the scariest game to me of trying to predict a game. It's at Pittsburgh at home.
I don't know why I like them so much and I keep picking them, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh again.
burned us.
Cowboys offense.
They burned you last week, brother.
That's okay. First time. We all get burned.
Let's.
Were you ever a kid and you're like, oh, what's that round metal thing on the stove, and you touch it and it's really hot? That's what the Steelers did to me last week. But that's okay.
Don't you
I learned from my mistakes. And I'm okay to pick them again.
Do you think that Fields is going to be able to perform against Dallas, though? Against their defense? Not that it's been lights out.
He's been playing pretty good this year so far, and I don't like the Dallas offense really hasn't been that fantastic. The Steelers defense is, arguably the best in the league right now. And it's in Pittsburgh. I like Pittsburgh. I'll take them again. I'll let it ride.
What's the Steelers? Steelers record is now 3-1.
3-1. Cowboys are 2-2.
Cowboys get another one, man. And I'm an Eagles fan. I hate saying that.
I don't hate it enough to veto it. I'll let you pick the Cowboys. It's fine. It's fine.
Now when you make it you say it like that, it made me feel so dirty. I don't want to pick the Cowboys, but I just feel like they're gonna win.
No, I get it. Chat, clip that. Eagles fan picking the Cowboys. Well, I picked the Bears last week. Chat, don't clip that.
You were right though.
I was right. Maybe you're right.
So do we go 2 for 2 picking our rivals?
I don't know. Did you just jinx it? Maybe we should go Pittsburgh. Reverse the karma. Or no, pick. Fuck, I don't know.
Let me use my... What if we do the coin flip on this one? Because the coin flip actually predicted it right last week again with the Bengals-Panthers, which you guys didn't see that, but
yeah.
there was...
grab the coin.
It was the Buddy Clark's coin. Shout out Buddy Clark's. We're gonna
Buddy Clark. Flip the coin.
Well, we'll do the home team is this
Buddy.
the head. So home team. Pittsburgh's gonna be Buddy Clark's. Cowboys gonna be good for one drink.
Cowboys are good for one drink.
And the Cowboys are good for one drink. Coin is spoken.
We just have so much great football knowledge and insight that it really just comes down to having to use a coin.
Yeah. Well, the coin is 1 for 1 as of last week.
1.
There was no footage of that, but we swear on the football gods that the coin was right last week about the Bengals. And we were wrong because we picked Carolina, went against the coin. The coin punished us. So now we need to follow.
It might punish us again, though. As payback.
No, the coin is forgiving.
The coin's forgiving.
Yes.
Thank you, Buddy Clark.
And now we have New Orleans at Chiefs. My hypothesis, the Chiefs will not lose another game this season. That's my guess.
Will not lose another game?
They won't lose. They haven't lost one. They're not going to lose one. They won't lose a game this season. I don't know if they're going to win the Super Bowl, but the Chiefs are not going to lose a game.
Oh, I think you said the Saints at first.
No.
I was like, the fuck do you mean they're not going to lose another game? No, I think they will, but I don't think it's this one.
Okay.
They'll lose a couple, but is it this one though?
No, it's not.
Jack, what's the Chiefs record?
No, the Chiefs are different. They're immune.
Hey, guess what? Last year Chiefs were 4-0 and they lost week 5.
Who did they lose to?
Don't remember. I only remember because my survivor pick last year was week 5. I think it was the Colts maybe. And I picked the Chiefs over Colts.
It's also
They
Chiefs
lost.
in Arrowhead at home. Just remember that.
Yeah, whatever, go Chiefs.
I'm going to say, I would have used my veto on that one.
What if we...
That's going to be my survivor pick, too. I haven't picked the Chiefs yet.
Quick caveat. If we vetoed the same game, what happens?
The football gods take our souls.
What if we just feel so strongly about the same game? Say you wanted to veto the Chiefs, but I wanted to veto the Saints. We would flip the coin and say you won the coin toss. We would pick the Chiefs, but I wouldn't get another veto. I just wouldn't have one that week because I lost the coin toss. Just because I risked it on that.
Right. Okay,
Yeah,
I like
you
that.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
But are we still cool with the Chiefs for this week?
Yeah, that's fine.
We also still have...
I know we got to go back to that one.
We have to go back. New York Jets at Vikings.
Yeah.
Ay, dude.
Both with a veto in the chamber.
Both of the veto in the chamber. I know you don't want to pick the Vikings. Vikings just looked so good. And they're not unfamiliar. They're not unfamiliar with playing against good defenses. They play the Niners.
I know. I don't know. If we're playing the record game, I see Jets 3-2 more than I see Vikings 5-0.
you want to play the record game?
If that's what we're playing,
I'll fucking play the record
let's
game.
fucking play the record game. Jets 3-0 looks better than Vikings 5-0. Or 3-2 look better than Vikings 5-0.
I actually love the pick. I don't know why. I can't tell you why.
So Jets?
Just like the Eagles. And not these Eagles, but like, I can't tell you why.
I'd see the Jets 3-2 more than I see the Vikings 5-0. If we're playing the record game.
I agree.
Like, if I were to look at the standings after next week.
Isn't the record game kind of like cuffle though?
In a way, yeah. I agree.
Not always. Sometimes you gotta just...
You just gotta fucking ride.
Sometimes you gotta fucking ride. Alright, we locking it in, brother?
Yeah, I like the
We like
Jets.
it.
Is that what we're going on?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
The only thing that scares me about the Chiefs game is it is a Monday night game too. But I still think they're gonna win.
Oh, if they're in prime time, they're gonna win.
You think they usually
Oh,
win?
yeah.
Alright, brother.
Why does it seem like they played in prime time every fucking week?
Because they suck.
Literally.
Because they're the worst team in the NFL. And for some reason, Goodell just...
God, I hate them so much.
And then you hear Tony Romo for half an hour, or for 2 hours.
What a play by Mahomes diving into his own team knee.
Yeah.
What a play.
What a Mahomie play. All right.
He meant to throw that ball at the ground.
That was wild. That was Collinsworth.
Was that him? I was gonna say that was
Collinsworth. Or no, maybe it was.
No, I think it was Collinsworth. He
just
just
throw the ball on the
threw
ground.
it at the ground. What a smart play.
Now here's a guy throws the football out the ground. All right, 2 bones to win 6,400 bones, brother.
That's all of them? Are we not using a veto at all?
We're just peace, love, and positivity today. We have good picks. Come on, we picked underdogs. Come on, dude. Come on. What game would you want to use the veto on?
Probably Pittsburgh.
You're thinking this. I didn't know you were gonna say Pittsburgh. We already did the coin flip though, didn't we? Come on, you can't override the coin flip.
Alright, I can't veto Buddy Clark. What other games can I think of?
Buddy Clark.
No, I guess there's no other ones. I kind of want to be an asshole and veto the Saints, but I guess I won't. Alright, I won't. Alright.
You did pick Tampa Bay in your bet, but did you take the spread or did you take them outright?
Money line.
Oh boy.
The spread was too close for me.
It's 1.5.
Was it 1.5 on there? It was 2.5 on DraftKings.
Yeah, it's probably gonna shift. We're filming this on Tuesday, so it's like kind of weird.
God, I feel dirty not using my veto.
I don't. I surprisingly. What if there's a
privilege and I'm just failing to use it?
What if the fact that we didn't use a veto is the secret? Let's just see what happens.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's
for the stats, for statistics. See what happens if we don't use a veto.
That's fine. Let's do it.
Let's try it out.
Let's fucking ride.
All right, 2 bones to win 6,400 bones.
Let's fucking
You're
ride.
stacking up a little bit of bill here, by the way, just so you know. You're about
$6.
You're
$8.
5 bones deep.
Shit, man.
So.
All right, if anyone could Venmo me $6 so I can pay it back, so it can let me out of this room. I haven't seen my family in 3 months.
I got this motherfucker locked up doing crawls around the floor like Diddy's cage,
Oh,
baby.
there it is.
Amount of times you said Diddy this video.
Can we get a Diddy counter?
We're gonna get taken off YouTube. A Diddy counter.
I think
we should have a Diddy.
Do we have a Diddy counter? We're gonna get a Diddy counter.
It's gonna be too much effort for me the amount of times we say it. I could try it.
Does the amount of times I just said it there count?
I don't know.
I think it's every time.
If there's a Diddy counter, I'm gonna put it right down here. I'm not pointing at Cody's foul.
Oh, don't put Diddy down there.
No.
I don't feel comfortable with the Diddy counter being that close to me. I don't even know if I want to pick a survivor this week. Could I veto my survivor and just take a W?
I'll pick for you. I've been winning.
No, all right, let's go. Yeah, what are you, 3 or 4 now?
I'm undefeated. I'm 4-0.
Fuck, dude, 1 and 3, dude. I feel.
I'm about to go 5-0.
I gotta make a quarterback change here. I gotta go to the backup.
A new play caller, but someone you gotta call for help. He's a lifeline, brother.
Literally, I gotta do something. Oh, also, by the way, there's nothing on this computer. I don't even know.
You did pick your survivor first last week, so I get to pick mine this week.
That's fine.
And I'm taking the Chiefs.
Boo.
I didn't pick the Chiefs yet.
Boo.
I hate to pick them, but
Oh, first week of buys this week, I just realized. We got some teams on buy this week.
The Eagles are kicking their feet up.
Creepers. Who do I want to pick as my survivor? Fucking dude,
The Eagles can't lose this week.
I'm about to just throw a dartboard the way It's true. What if I pick a team on bye? I'll just never lose again.
You'll never lose.
No, give me.
You need to look at the matchups again?
No. Give me.
You take a hard stand on the Falcons or Tampa.
No. I don't want to do that.
Patriots, Fins.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Give me.
You confidently took the Bills against the Ravens last week. I was actually surprised. I was going to mention that.
Dude, I was exposed. The Bills weren't exposed. I fucking was. Who the hell am I to say I got exposed?
Like a child in Diddy's chambers. Oh, God.
Where do we say the counter was? Down here? Oh, no. I'll take the Seahawks over the Giants.
Oh,
Lock
okay.
that in. I'll take Seahawks over Giants. I'll take that one.
Watch this be the week.
Fuck. Dude, the Giants have burned me twice. I picked them, or I vetoed them, and they lost.
You could take Carolina. Over the Chicago Bears, though. Or did you pick Carolina? You didn't pick Carolina.
I haven't picked Carolina yet. No, I'll go Seahawks. Lock it in.
Seahawks over
Seahawks
New York Giants.
The New York Football Giants. God damn.
All
Come
right,
on,
brother.
bring them back at quarterback. Might do a platoon change. Get a new defensive coordinator in here. Clear house. Because I got to do something. 1-3, man. This is bad. And I'm shitting on the Bengals.
You got your first dub this week.
No, it was last week. I lost again this week.
I'm saying this week you're getting your first dub.
Second dub.
Sorry. I actually didn't mean to do that.
Come on, give me one.
I'm talking to you from all the way up here. It's hard to hear. No, I'm just kidding. Well, other than your woes, is there anything else you want to tell the fine people here? I mean,
that's what I was going to say. We got t-shirts coming. Get ready for Google Forms, because I guess that's just how we got to do it early on here.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I don't know. I'm broke as shit. I can't afford shirts. So we're probably going to do Google Forms. Have you guys fill them out, sizes. We got a couple designs. Jack, I don't know if you have post-editing capabilities to throw up a design. Maybe you're here, and maybe another one here. Maybe another one there, and another one here. Keep an eye out for those designs. I don't know when the form will be out. I guess maybe sometime this week, if not next week. That'll probably be posted on the Instagram. So again, if you're not following already, follow the Instagram.
For the updates, for the Google form, if you want a t-shirt, follow the Instagram. Check the Instagram, brothers.
Also, might do some free shirt giveaways, but you definitely got to be following the Instagram for those ones.
Yes.
Wink, wink. Because if you're not following the Instagram, how are you going to know how we're giving free shirts away? Boom. That's how we got you, suckers. Yeah, I don't know. Guess that's about it.
I'm so
thanks
excited.
again for watching.
Yes, sir. Peace off.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Let's go Seahawks.
Let's go, Chiefs.